What do you say performance of Cavaliers in OKC this season?
So right now, I think yung only undefeated team sa buong NBA is the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think 10-0. OKC naman is 8-1. Both are leading the conference, their respective conferences. Although si Oklahoma katabla niya si Phoenix with 8-1. Para sa akin, I think performance-wise, of course, maganda yan kasi especially when you're competing for a championship, which I think yun naman yung goals ng dalawang teams na yun. Malaking bagay talaga yung magandang standing kasi home court advantage yan for the rest of the, kumbaga if you're the number one seed, basically home court advantage ka for the rest of your, from the first round, tapos yung Western Conference semifinals or Eastern Conference semifinals, tapos Western Conference finals and the Eastern Conference. Then if you're the better seed when it comes to the finals, kung number one ka, malamang katapat mo lang naman yung number one seed ng kapila. So malamang sa malamang home court advantage ka. So I think that will be big for both teams coming in to the playoffs, especially if their goal is, which I think is to win a championship. Pero sa akin, I still think Boston is a better team than the Cleveland Cavaliers. Kasi, so, and if you were to look at yung mga teams na tinalo niya, well, Milwaukee has been a disappointment. Tinalo nila 2 beses. Pero for me, the only teams that they've beaten na medyo okay talaga is New York and LA for me. Ito, Cleveland to like sa akin, nakikita ko parang medyo, like I'm not saying kumbaga hindi ako sold. Like sige, sold ako ng, malakas talaga yan. OKC was the number 1 seed last year. Kumbaga expected naman that they're gonna perform like this. Cleveland was the number 4 seed sa Eastern Conference. Eastern Conference last year. They got eliminated na by Boston in the Eastern Conference semifinals. But these are teams that are really, they've shown already that they can perform at a high level. So, nothing surprising, to be honest. I think question lang dito, do they have what it takes to win a championship? Now, if that's the question, then I don't think, personally for me, I don't think both of them will win a championship this season. Either one, kumbaga, I don't think both teams can win a championship this season. Because I still see Boston and New York being better than Cleveland. Kasi, it's not how you start. Like I said, it's not how you yes, very important to have a good start, but it's also how you finish it. Pwede ito na yung pick ng both. Pwede na ito na yung pick nila, di ba? Like, look at, a perfect example, look at what happened with 72-10, Golden State Warriors, like 2016 season, di ba? Yes, they went straight to the finals, pero tinalo sila ng Cleveland. Di ba? So, I think yun yung time na down 3-1 yung Cleveland, tapos tinalo, na-overcome ng Cleveland yun. So para sa akin, I'm happy for both teams, both franchises. It's a testament of the work that they put in. Hindi naman sa wala naman sila. Pero if we're talking about championships, it's too early to tell. Even if both teams are playing good basketball, because I still see other teams being better than them. So West, I would maybe Denver ka dyan. And alam mo naman natin ang West every year is very stacked yan. Di ba? Lakers, Phoenix, may Dallas, Minnesota. So anything can happen Di ba? There will be injuries also. So sa akin, Donovan was also part of a team. Sorry, medyo na ako dito. Pero Donovan was also part of a team na hindi di ba? Number 1 seed sila ng Utah. I think this was pre-pandemic or during the pandemic. Tapos, eliminate din sila sa bubble, di ba? Number 1 seed sila nun. Tapos may Rudy Gobert ka nun, may Mike Conley ka nun. Tapos Donovan Mitchell was the main guy of that team. So sa akin, ako hindi ako na-hype. Hindi ako na-hype sa mga strong starts usually. Until you get to the playoffs, I think that's where what's really important. So, but congrats to both teams. Good start.
What do you say Tre Mann performance this season?
Honestly, nung time na pumasok si Tre Mann sa NBA, medyo matagal na rin ako hindi nag-stop na kasi ako ng fantasy because of work and school pa ako. So, alam mo yun, before when I was playing the fantasy, kapisado ko pa lahat ng players eh. And I think one of the top prospects ko si Tre Mann, OKC drafted him. Saka medyo kilala ang OKC sa with Sam Presti as their GM. Kilala sila sa galing mag-picks eh. Especially with what they did before, di ba, Russell Westbrook. Lahat yun sa draft yun, Kevin Durant, James Harden, I think Serge Ibaka din draft din nila, Nick Collison, Steven Adams, mga galing yan sa OKC. Ngayon, ngayon, yung mga new blood nila, si Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams. So, I think for Tre Mann, he was traded last year, prior to the trade deadline, which around the All-Star after the All-Star weekend. I think it was a move, kasi yung parang he fell out of the rotation for OKC. So even though he was still someone that you can develop or you can build with, and I think by the time OKC needed veteran presence of Gordon Hayward, so that's why they made that exchange. So kasi medyo ang dami naman youth play, ang daming rising stars din ng OKC. You have Chet, you have Jalen Williams, tapos obviously SGA is there. So parang medyo na-fell out of rotation si Tre Mann. Kumbaga sa core nila, kaya I think they had to let him go. And I think that shift was good for him in a way na ngayon, kita naman na maganda yung performance niya with the Charlotte Hornets with the 6-man role. So usually siya yung pinaka-heaviest minutes sa off the bench eh. And he has been producing for them. Although I think around 5 opportunity is good for him, especially for a young player. Kasi medyo mahirap naman kung madating ka lang sa rotation. Kasi ang daming nag-evolve dun sa lineup. Masyadong stacked yung OKC din eh. Di ba? Si Wallace, andun din. Ang dami nilang players eh. Like, of course, Jalen Williams, SJ, tapos meron pa silang Caruso ngayon. So, alam mo yun, parang hindi siya magkakaroon ng opportunity. So, I think, obviously, si Tre Mann isn't someone that's really talked about as a player sa NBA kasi ang dami naman magagaling dyan. So, he's not the typical player that the media talks about. So, but if you look at how he has progressed, maganda yung naging change of scenery for him. And I think there was only a game where he scored single digits, but the rest, I think he has performed. So, 4-5, not super impressive for Charlotte, but I mean, I guess for a franchise like Charlotte, okay na yan. 4-5, kahit paano you're in the mix. Hindi masama, hindi sobrang ganda. And nakakaputok lang ni LaMelo Ball sa kani Brandon Miller kanina, diba, with their win. So I think that's it's good for Tre Mann. I don't know how far his career trajectory or his growth and development will go. That's still because he's still only 23 years old. We will have to see. Pero parang by the looks of it, parang sayang yung binitawan ng OKC. Kasi si Gordon Hayward, retired na. Ano maginawa niya ng playoffs? Parang hindi naman. Parang I think it was more of veteran guidance and presence for them. Parang more of mentoring role na lang si Gordon Hayward. Pero kumbaga sa akin, with how he's showing right now, he's averaging like 15 plus points per game, 3 plus rebounds. sayang tong player na to for, almost 16 points, 3.7 assists, 3 rebounds, then 45-40 yung 100 yung, yung shooting percentages niya, di ba? That's a good lines. Those are good shooting percentages. And he's making 2 3-pointers per game. So, parang sa akin, baka mali yung OKC with, giving him up for Gordon Hayward. But that's good. He's in a good space right now.
ED Davis will be perfect for NLEX.
So yung nasa NBA natin, usually, never naman nagkaroon ng, pag nagkakaroon kasi ng import sa PBA, usually, parang, basically, fringe players. Ano tawag dun? Parang players na hindi naman nagiging part of the key rotation or never naging star player. Yung mga imports kasi ng NBA, yung mga journeymen of the NBA. Or yung mga, just a couple of years lang sa NBA, tapos mawala na. So usually ganun yung mga na-import. A guy that's, meron kang player to kasi naglaro siya ng halos, 2010 siya na draft, 13 feet, and then the last time he played for in the NBA is actually playing in Puerto Rico, but he played for 8 NBA teams. So medyo matagal yan like if you played more than 10 years in the NBA, that's a long stint, diba? And si Brownlee nga, alam ko, hindi nga nakalaro ng NBA. Si Ronde Hollis Jefferson, parang wala pang 5 seasons si Ronde Hollis, wala na sa NBA. 3 seasons nga lang, di ba? Tapos parang kung di ako nagkakali, si Ronde pa yung nataktakan ni Kobe dati. Yung highlight niya sa Brooklyn siya. So for me, when he's 35 right now, pwede eh. Well, I haven't seen him play for a while. Kasi wala na kasi sa NBA. Tsaka hindi naman siya key player. Diba? Parang lagi siya off the bench or minsan pag na-injured lang yung starter, tsaka lang siya i-start. So, pero 12 years in the NBA, 12 seasons in the NBA, something. Even though he's 35 right now, and medyo may edad na yan eh, pag 35 for an NBA, for a basketball player. I think he can make an impact. Now, depends din sa system eh, kung it's gonna complement his skill set. Just the way, I guess, the system of TNT and Ginebra complements both of their imports, si Ronde Hollis and si Justin Brownlee. Bagay sila both eh, dun sa system ng respective teams nila. So yun yung question mark na can he perform? For sure kaya, pero I guess yung pag-gel, yun yung magiging key eh, diba? Parang ang dami ring mga imports na obviously the talent is there, but hindi lang talaga nagmamatch sa team eh, diba? Kaya may mga in-tournament, pinapalitan na nila ng import nila. Eh, diba si Blackwater, hindi naman si George King yung import talaga nila. Then, ang sama kasi nila ng import, then pinasok nila si George King, umantay laro. So, nag-gel si George. So, parang I think for Ed Davis is, I think the question here is how will he be able, para mag-gel yung teammates niya and yung system ng team with him. Kasi yung team, and I think out of the 3 MVP teams, yung NLEX yung medyo outlier ngayon. Tsaka yung laro kasi ni Ed, he doesn't usually create his own shots. If I can recall, more of siya, like, di-depensa, rebound, then puput back, ganun ang laro, or the-drapan, or roll. I didn't, sa pagkakalala ko watching him play, then siya yung nagiging like ISO player or creating his own shot. So, it'd be interesting to see sa, I guess, tandem nila, I guess, ni Robert Pauling. Anong nangyari doon sa pick and roll. Pero makakatulong naman siya. Hindi ko lang masabi confidently na ano yung magiging impact niya. Because, which I think goes for, diba, Justin Brown was a replacement import lang naman. Tapos ganun lang nilaro. Diba, you get so hard to, it's so hard to, like, parang predict how certain imports will perform. Unless i-discount mo talaga sila. Diba? So, but pwede mag-perform si Ed Davis. Hindi lang ako confident. He doesn't create his own shot eh. Parang, I think, baka Ronde and Brownlee is still the better import or in this coming conference. Nice. Okay, interesting to see. Balitaan na lang ako. Staying lang. Diba nila yung tournament format? Parang wala pa eh. Wala pa, di ba? I don't know if gagayahin nila yung pa rin or mag-single round robin sila for the Commissioner's Cup. Tama, Commissioner, di ba? Commissioner nila. Kakatapos na ng governor. So depende kung ano. Kasi pag depends kung makakapag-gel agad si Ed Davis with the team. Pero ang maganda sa kanya, I think hindi naman siya buwakaw. Hindi maganda doon. Tsaka, I don't think he's a stable player. Kumbaga baka yung nakikita ng NLEX na baka kailangan niya. Inside presence, rebounding, to create more possessions for the team and at the same time a stable presence. Kasi I don't think he's the type na erratic yung laro. Like yung Ricky Lito ba yun? Yung sa Blackwater? Parang, I don't think he's the type of player na titira ng ganung karami. I would say he's more of a stabilizer for baka may magka-Allen Durham, I guess, na medyo mas matangkad. Yun. Dito sa NLEX. Game 6, sorry, Game 6 pala. Game 6, napanood ko yung, Game 5 pala yung sinasabi ko, yung Game 5 yung tampak, di ba? Yung Game 6, wala, nangyari, nag-dictate. Hindi nila kayang tapatan. Kasi, sino pa big man ko? Si Japet. Di ba? Well, Japet saka Brownlee lang naman eh. Pero si Japet parang, minsan parang lutang maglaro. Kung if you watch the games there are certain plays na parang ba't niya ginawa yun, di ba? Parang it's yung parang easy play na lang, like it's something sa hirap naman kasi professional player ako, di ba? Hindi naman ako naglaro sa college level ganyan, pero when as a fan, parang wala sa sarili si Japheth maglaro eh. Ako lang yun like sa akin, I guess yung consistency niya. I was kinda surprised why he was even parang second place pa nga siya sa best player of the conference. Kasi if you look at how they play, parang wala sa like, I guess I'm curious lang parang sa akin, okay lang siguro mag-small ball kasi sino ba pinapalit nila kay wala naman silang ibang big man, di ba? O si Adams, parang di mo maasahan yun. So, sa akin, yung number 1, pag finals talaga short rotation ka, then I think the plan or the strategy of Tokai Texas playing fast was Ginebra was having a hard time with it. Kita-kita naman yun, sobrang hirap sila as in, hirap sila sumot. Di ba? Yung nag-all ng 85, tapos after hindi sila nakashoot hanggang matapos na yung game. So, by the looks of it, they had to adjust talaga. And I think si Coach Tim Con hindi niya ginamit si Japet Aguilar kasi it makes it harder for them to compete with Tok and Tex, I guess, in a way. Tsaka maingit si RJ. Diba? RJ was playing, I think he scored 31 points. And then, obviously, si Scotty is someone you need on the floor. for his hustle plays, and then Justin Crowley's there. Tapos yun, saka yung dalawang guards nila, si Ahangisi and si Holt, yeah, and obviously yun, parang I think he rode with the best lineup possible to play against Tokay Tex. Pero wala eh, na-expose talaga sila for that game. And ako, yun, like, when you watch during the time Gavin Aguilar was in the UAAP, diba yung mga plays din niya, usually pang ano lang si Japet eh, like, you just want him to like to get the rebounds, tapos wala siyang galaw eh. That's what I know of Japet. Na wala talaga siyang galaw. Yes, sometimes his shot is there, sometimes it's not. Pero minsan he makes boneheaded. Parang alam mo yun, parang yung mga plays na parang ba't na ginawa yun? That puts your team in a position na alanganin. So that's how I see him eh. Parang pang salo lang alley-oop, pang rebound, pang putback. Pero he's not the type that can create his own shot. And that was the problem of the finals for Ginebra. Hindi nila na-figure out yung hindi nila ma-atake yung depensa ng Tokay Tex. Diba? Ang daming stops na nagawa ng tsaka yung points na score nila, hindi nga sila umabot sa isang game. Yung game 4 lang ata sila umabot ng 100 plus. The rest, it was below 100, and they were, during this conference, they were averaging more than 100 points. And they were shooting like 37.5%. So, wala. TNT was shown that they were the better team. Nagmukhang mahina talaga yung Ginebra during the finals.
Thank you for watching.